Oke. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Thank you very much. My name is Laude Abdul Razak with a student number A1M220048. And on this video, I will tell about descriptive text. And my descriptive text is about Danau Toba and Candi Borobudur. Okay, to next slide. Before we start to descriptive talk about Danau Toba and Candi Borobudur, the first most important is we must know what is descriptive text. Okay, like in the PowerPoint, in English, descriptive text is a text which says what a person or a thing's like. In other words, descriptive text is a text that serves to explain or describe something in English. The purpose of the descriptive itself is to provide a picture or explanation to the reader or hear about something that happened, while the structure of the descriptive itself is identification, description, and conclusion. Descriptive text is an English text that explains or describes something or about someone, or describe a place, about place, describes an animal, which aims to explain, describe, and reveal a particular person, place, or a thing. Jadi, dalam bahasa Inggris, descriptive text merupakan teks yang berfungsi untuk menjelaskan atau mendeskripsikan suatu hal. Dan tujuan dari descriptive text sendiri ialah memberikan gambaran atau penjelasan sesuatu hal yang terjadi, dan di dalam bahasa Inggris descriptive juga bisa menjelaskan atau mendeskripsikan sesuatu seperti seseorang atau about someone, mendeskripsikan tentang suatu tempat atau about place, mendeskripsikan tentang hewan, dan deskriptif bertujuan untuk menjelaskan, menggambarkan, atau mengungkapkan baik itu orang, tempat, atau benda tertentu. Okay, next slide. Generic structure descriptive text. There are two types of generic structure descriptive text, and the first is identification. Identification is an introduction in the form of an overview of the topic. Jadi identification ini adalah pengenalan atau teks yang menjelaskan apa yang mau dijelaskan. Seperti misalnya topiknya Danau Toba. Jadi di identification ini yang dijelaskan adalah apa itu Danau Toba. And second is description. Description contains special characteristic possessed by the object or person being described. Jadi description ini berisi ciri-ciri khusus yang dimiliki benda atau orang yang dideskripsikan. Just that about descriptive. Okay, next. Characteristic of descriptive text. Okay. There are several characteristics of descriptive text, namely using simple present tense atau menggunakan simple present tense. Second, using attribute verb such as be, am, is, or, atau menggunakan attribute verb seperti uh, am, is, atau are. Third is easy to understand atau mudah dipahami. Fourth is describe atau menggambarkan sesuatu. Lima, komunikatif atau uh, sixth, can make reader interest atau bisa membuat pembaca tertarik. Seventh is describe the object specifically atau menggambarkan objek secara spesifik. Uh, Maybe I just thought about descriptive text and we go to my descriptive text is and my descriptive text first is Danau Toba. You can see in the PowerPoint Danau Toba or Toba Lake is one of the most popular destination in Indonesia. Jadi Danau Toba ini merupakan salah satu tujuan paling populer di Indonesia, uh, specifically in Medan, North Sumatra. Danau Toba is the largest volcanic lake in the Indonesia, even in the Southeast Asia, which make it more special is taken from the Samosir Island, an island that settled in the middle of the lake. Jadi Danau Toba adalah vulkanik terbesar di Indonesia, bahkan di Asia Tenggara. Yang membuatnya lebih istimewa diambil dari Pulau Samosir, pulau yang menetap di tengah danau. Okay, next paragraph. Lake Toba is an area of 100 1,707 kilometer. We can say that this is 100 kilometer bigger than Singapore. It formed by a gigantic volcanic eruption some 700 years ago. It is probably the largest resurgent caldera on Earth. Pulau Samosir or Samosir Island, the island in the middle, was joined to the caldera was by a narrow isthmus which was cut through to enable boats to pass. Ruat Bridge crosses the coast in Samosir Island is the cultural center of the Batak tribe, the indigenous from North Sumatra. Jadi Danau Toba itu memiliki luas 1.707 km persegi dan dapat dikatakan bahwa ini adalah 1.000 km persegi lebih besar dari Singapura. Dibentuk oleh letusan gunung berapi raksasa beberapa 7.000 tahun yang lalu mungkin. Dan mungkin adalah kebangkitan terbesar yang ada di bumi. Pulau Samosir atau pulau di tengah bergabung ke dinding kaldera tanah melalui untuk mengaktifkan kapal untuk jembatan jalan menuju pemotongan. Pulau Samosir adalah pusat kebudayaan suku Batak adat dari Sumatera Utara pada letusan gunung supervulkan atau gunung Toba. Diperkirakan telah menyebabkan kematian massal dan kepunahan beberapa spesies makhluk hidup. By the eruption of a supervolcano, next paragraph, by the eruption of a supervolcano or Mount Toba, was estimated to have caused mass death and extinction of several species of living creatures. The eruption of Mount Toba has led to change in the earth weather and start into the ice age that affect the world civilization. Toba is actually more like a sea than a lake considering its size. Therefore, the lake placed as the largest lake in Southeast Asia and the second largest in the world after Lake Victoria in Africa. Lake Toba is also includes the deepest lake in the world, which is approximately 450 meters. Jadi Danau Toba sebenarnya lebih seperti lautan dari sebuah danau yang mengingat ukurannya. Oleh karena itu Danau Toba ditempatkan sebagai danau terbesar di Asia Tenggara dan terbesar kedua di dunia setelah Danau Victoria di Afrika. Dan Danau Toba adalah termasuk danau terdalam di dunia yang sekitar 480 meter. Okay, next slide is My description text about Candi Borobudur. Maybe I will tell you the what is Candi Borobudur is. Okay, Candi Borobudur is the biggest Buddhist temple in the 9th century, measuring 123 meters. It's located at Magelang, 90 kilometers southeast of Semarang or 42 northwest of Yogyakarta. Jadi Borobudur adalah candi Buddha terbesar di abad ke-9 yang berukuran 123 kali 123 meter. Hotel ini terletak di Magelang, 90 km tenggara dari Semarang atau 42 km barat laut dari Yogyakarta. Okay, Borobudur Temple is one of the best preserved Asian monuments in Indonesia that are most frequently visited by over a million domestic as well as foreign. Particular style has no equal throughout the world. It was complete centuries before Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Oke, jadi Candi Borobudur menetapkannya monumen kuno di Indonesia yang paling sering dikunjungi oleh lebih dari 1 juta domestik maupun mancanegara. Borobudur is one of the world's most famous temple. It stands majestically on a hilltop overlooking the green field and distant hills. Borobudur is built of grey sandstone. It rises to 7 terrace edge, some smaller than the one below it. The top is the Great Stupa, standing for 40 meters above the ground, and the walls of the Borobudur are sculptured in bas relief extending over a total length of 6 kilometers. It has been highlighted as the largest and the most complete ensemble of Buddha's relief in the world, and surpassed the artist's merit and its an individual masterpiece. Borobudur temple built in the 18th century by the Kalendra dynasty is believed to have been delivered from Sanskrit word Vihara Buddha or the Buddhist monastery on the hill. Borobudur is a terrace temple surmounted by stupas or stone towers. The terrace resemble Indonesia Buddha foundation, indicating that Borobudur was regarded as the symbol of the final resting place of its founder as Sailendra, who was united after his death with the Buddha. The Prambanan temple complex is also associated with a dead king. Okay, maybe just that about my descriptive text. Sorry because this descriptive is too long. Uh, my last word is thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.